Reporting live from Irish Club in Atlanta, Fright Plus News, I'm John Abba. On Sunday night, the 79th British Academy Film Awards was held to honor the best in film on a national and foreign level. Unfortunately, the night and its winners have now been overshadowed by one of the night's guests yelling out the N-word towards actor Michael B. Jordan and veteran actor Delroy Lindo, who stood on stage to present an award.
Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA for a vital part of movie making.
Now, what has added to the controversy is that the white man John Davidson, who would yell out the slur, is known for having Tourette syndrome. In fact, he was invited to the event to celebrate a film inspired by his life and condition. Now, following his outburst, Davidson would end up removing himself from the main theater and would continue watching the night from a room. According to the National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke, Tourette syndrome is a neurological disorder that may cause sudden, unwanted, and uncontrolled rapid and repeated movements or vocal sounds called tics. TS is one of a group of disorders of the developing nervous systems called tic disorders. The motor or vocal tics of TS come and go over time, varying in type, frequency, location, and severity. If you have tics, you cannot stop your body from having them. The first symptom usually occur between the ages of 5 and 10 years old, generally in the head and neck area. These may progress to include the muscles in your torso, arms, and legs. Motor tics generally occur before the development of vocal tics. Now, due to his nature as being uncontrollable, many viewers have excused Davidson's outbursts while others have not. Jamie Foxx, who's one of Hollywood's most celebrated, has leaned more into the latter by checking the outbursts and those who are excusing it. In the comment section of the Shade Room's post about the incident, Foxx would write, "F that. He knew what the F he was doing. Why didn't he yell out when somebody else was on stage?" And on a separate post, Foxx would double down with his issues on Davidson's use of the slur. He would say, "Out of all of the words, you could have said Tourette's make you say that? Nah, he meant that shit. Unacceptable." Now, to note, Foxx himself would win a BAFTA back in 2005 for his role in Ray for their Best Actor in the Leading Role category. Now, when it comes to others responding, a few notable black celebrities would also chime in, like actress Rachel True. True would take to X immediately following the N-word being yelled out and asked, "Does Tourette's make you unable to apologize though?" This would come after it appeared that those in charge, as well as Davidson himself, were slow to publicly apologize about the incident. In fact, Delroy Lindo would share that he and Michael B. Jordan muscled through the moment because they came to do a job, but he did feel some type of way when no one from BAFTA came up following the moment. Lindo, who also happens to be British, would tell Vanity Fair, "We did what we had to do." Now, all across social media, black online users would share their frustration with seeing the moment get excused. People are making all kinds of excuses for this guy. While I sympathize with anyone suffering from an incurable disease like Tourette syndrome, I don't think racism is one of its symptoms. Another would write, "White people be having dementia, Alzheimer's, autism, Tourette's, but still know how to say a slur." While another user would write, "So I guess we need to invite Will Smith to every award show, huh?"
Some of you are getting on my last God-given nerves. The fact that I have to come up here to break down for you the ABCs 1, 2, 3 do-re-mis of racism. Some of you have the bombastic audacity to want to litigate the racial intent of a white man. John Davidson is a racist white man with Tourette syndrome. And let me break this down for you. Tourette syndrome is a disability. Disability is not racism. The Tourette syndrome simply brings out what is already in the heart, mind, and soul of the person speaking. As a man thinketh, so is he. The word is not a Tourette syndrome condition. It is a racist condition. That word is in John Davidson's bank of vocabulary, and all the Tourettes did was bring it out. You want to undermine the racist attack against Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo to make John Davidson the victim. Even the BBC was overtly racist. They made a conscious decision to edit out Free Palestine from Akinola Davis Jr.'s acceptance speech, but they lack the moral backbone and racial consciousness to edit out to protect black people. It's because the feelings of white Zionist Jews trumps the racism experienced by black people. My thoughts are not with John Davidson. My thoughts are with Michael B. Jordan, Delroy Lindo, and every black person. We are constantly erased to center the comfort, fragility, and inferiority complex of white people. I said what I said.
Having Tourette's, I don't know anyone with it. Can only imagine how difficult it is to navigate through life while having Tourette's. Tourette's that makes you call Michael B. Jordan and Daryl Ray Lindo a nigga at the BAFTAs. Yeah,
I don't care how this comes off, but disability cannot be used to excuse racism. And y'all will not gaslight black people into thinking otherwise. Tonight was the BAFTAs, where John Davidson, who has Tourette's, who is a Tourette's campaigner, blurted the N-word to Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo while they're presenting the first award of the night. You can hear the gas in the audience. Michael and Delroy try to keep it together. The BAFTA chose to keep this in the broadcast instead of edit it out. Then had Alan Cummins immediately coming out after trying to diffuse the situation, saying this is what happens with people with Tourette's. Some things happen. But I'm sorry, racism should not be happening. To have these two black men who have lived through so much in this world, especially Delroy, he's in his 70s, where your project is nominated, where you are presenting, and you hear that from the audience during freaking Black History Month. I hate this for them. The BAFTAs or Davidson have not put out an apology. This award season has already been rough for the Sinners camp, especially when it comes to the snubs and people making memes out of them. Now you have this situation, and y'all give the black people a break.
Now, what has also angered many viewers about the moment is the fact that the BBC network, who aired the award show, allowed it to even air in the first place. You see, this was a pre-recorded show, so many questions why did this moment still make it to air have come up. Commentator and comedian W. Kamau Bell would write, so wait, the BAFTAs was pre-recorded, so they didn't have to, they could have just, so there was no need for, but they did cut out the other man saying Free Palestine. I can't even. Following the backlash, the BBC would follow up with an apology and has since edited out the moment from their playback. Today, a BBC spokesperson will go on to say, some viewers may have heard strong and offensive language during the BAFTA Film Awards. This arose from involuntary verbal tics associated with Tourette syndrome, and as explained during the ceremony, it was not intentional. We apologize that this was not edited out prior to broadcast and will now be removed from the version of BBC iPlayer. So let's talk about it more in the comments below. Do you think this was intentional for the moment to happen to both Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo, as Jamie Foxx suggests, or should someone with Tourette's be excused with saying racially offensive things? For more news in comedy, culture, and sports, be sure to subscribe here in our YouTube channel and follow Hype Plus across all social media. And of course, if you enjoy content like this, you can head over to hypersclub.com to check out full interviews and more original content. And as always, if you have a story that you think we should cover, send us a message now at hypealerts.com. Reporting live from Hypers Club in Atlanta for Hype Plus News, I'm John Abba.